Yes. So good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining in. So we're going to talk about the Navratri, the Navratras, which are starting from tomorrow. So everyone, all of us are familiar with it. It's a very auspicious festival and it's devoted totally to Goddess Durga. And it's a 9-day celebration. I'll just share my screen. Yeah, it's visible. Yes. Okay, great. So today we'll talk about the colors associated with Navratri. So we know that it's the 9 forms of Durga are worshipped during these 9 days, and there is a lot of color involved in it. So Navratri means 9 days, and it has a deep history as well. Why is it celebrated? So in one, like the story that is there, there was a demon named Mahisasur. He was a half man, half buffalo, and he could change his form also. And he was a very powerful demon, and he was given a boon by Lord Brahma that nobody would be able to kill him. But a rider was there that a woman could do that. And after he received that boon, he became very arrogant and he was wreaking a lot of havoc on the in the heavens and the earth. So the gods they all went to Lord Shiva and asked him to help. And so Shiva said, "You just invoke Goddess Shakti." So they all prayed together, and from the heart of Lord Shiva, a divine luster, a very divine brilliance, it emerged. And it emerged from all the bodies of the gods also. And that formed the goddess Adya Shakti. So now it's very powerful because she was a combination of the energy of all the gods. So she was given a lot of weapons and uh, ornaments and a lion to ride on. And she fought evil Mahishasur for 9 long days, nights and days. She fought with him and finally managed to behead him. She killed him. So these 9 nights are known as Navratri. And the 10th day is the celebration day, the Vijayadashmi, and which shows again the triumph of good over evil. So there's another story also connected to Navratri festival. Yeah, this demon Mahishasur, and that's the Devi killing him. We know Sati, she married Lord Shiva, and she married him against the wishes of her father, King Daksha. And in revenge, Daksha organized a yagna and invited all the gods, but he didn't invite his son-in-law. So Sati did go to attend the yagna, though her husband told her not to go, she went. And the king ignored her totally and even publicly insulted her swords. So she was unable to bear that and she jumped into that yagna and she committed suicide. Then we know that she was reborn as Parvati and she again won Lord Shiva's love and got married to him. So it is a belief that Uma Devi jo hai, she comes every year with her 4 children, Ganesh, Kartik, Saraswati and Lakshmi, and 2 of her best friends to visit her parents' home during Navratri. And that is another story associated at why it is celebrated. So these are part of history and folklore that why the festival is so significant. So it is, of course, very sacred and it's very much a part of our tradition, the cultural calendar. And the goddess power is worshipped as Shakti. And each day it symbolizes a different aspect of the goddess. And it's celebrated all over the country with pujas and fasting and dancing. अलग-अलग तरीके से हर जगह जो है ना इसको celebrate करते हैं. So it's a combination of traditional beliefs and and even astrological factors. And so that is why each day of the color, it is associated with a particular, each day of the festival is associated with a particular color also. So here you can see all her 9 forms that they are worshipped. So this, it honors the goddess 9 manifestations, you could say. Now there are, this Navratri festival, it occurs 4 times in a year. So one is the Chaitra Navratri, which we have in April. And the second is the Shardiya Navratri, which is at this point of time, October. And then there are 2 hidden Navratris. They're called Gupt Navratris. And they are dedicated purely to the worship of goddess Durga only. Here in the Chaitra and Shardiya, all the 9 forms are worshipped. But in Gupt, only sadhana is done for goddess Durga. And it's a very specific sadhana which is done there. So connected to tantric worship also. Gupti hai wo. So that we're talking about the colors here. So each color, it holds a unique significance connected to the deity and connected to the culture as well. So every color has a very profound spiritual meaning, and they symbolize like the battle between good and evil, and of course bringing in righteousness into our life. And one more thing that it signifies, that it unites communities. When you're all wearing the same color, you get sort of united. You have a sense of togetherness. And it shows your shared faith. It gives strength to that also. And as I said, there are very different, why which color is used on which day. It has a astrological significance. So it corresponds to a particular planet in Hindu astrology. And then though that astrological connection jo hai, it influences the choice of the color for that day. So it's not constant. It keeps changing. So every Navratri mein different colors hoenge. So these colors are also chosen to symbolize the qualities of the goddess. So there's a red, of course, symbolizes strength, power. Yellow, joy, happiness. वो भी आ जाता है बीच में. Then there are regional variations also. Every region has some like to go according to the days of the week. वो colors use करते हैं. Some have a different way of deciding the colors. So according to the local customs, the colors जो है variations हो जाती है उसमें. Then due to devotional practices also, the devotees choose to wear the color according to the energy of the goddess. Uske accordingly bhi ho jata hai. And calendar influence is also there according to the lunar calendar, the specific days of the festival. So colors can be influenced by that. And so that is why they may vary every year. And another thing which is very important over here, that the colors, 9 days, the colors are not repeated. Though of course the days are repeated. There can be 2 Mondays, 2 Tuesdays, but colors are not repeated. So they designate a different color for the repeated days if they're using the colors of the day. So most of the colors are chosen according to the weekday on which it is starting, and then the colors of the goddess are used. But mostly colors of the goddess are given importance. So now we look at the goddesses who are there. So on the first day, we worship Ma Shailputri. She's the goddess of the mountains, and she's goddess Parvati, you could say. And on this day, the color orange is worn. In this year, color orange has been given prominence in this year. And the first day, she represents goddess Parvati. She's the daughter of the mountains, she's called. She represents purity and devotion. Those are her characteristics. So she is regarded as the first incarnation of goddess Durga and represents a pure nature, you could say, purity of nature. So when a person, a devotee wears orange on this color, he is connected to the qualities of the goddess. So orange is liveliness, warmth. So those are the colors that come into his life on that day. So this it's a very vibrant color, and it gives very positive energy, uplifts the wearer. So it mainly signifies energy and happiness, this color. Then on the second day, goddess Brahmacharini is worshipped. She's the she's regarded as the goddess of austerity, penance, of she embodies self-discipline. So this second day is dedicated to her as the unmarried form of goddess Parvati. So at this stage of her life, she performed very strict penance to get Lord Shiva as a husband. So this day ka color जो है, it is white. So इनका जो नाम है वो भी means that one who observes austerities. संस्कृत में जो इसका meaning है. And she's the image of wisdom and knowledge because she's doing a lot of the tap, so gaining that wisdom, knowledge. And she's always dressed entirely in white, and she walks barefoot also. And the color white is symbolic of purity, serenity, and also wisdom, intellect, and enlightenment also. It's the color of enlightenment. So on this day, Brahmacharini bestows her blessings of wisdom and tranquility to all the devotees who wear white. So the second day is associated with white. Then on third day is Ma Chandrakanta's day. She's the goddess of courage and strength. She symbolizes fearlessness, and she represents the married form of goddess Parvati. So the goddess in the Brahmacharini form, she did tap for more than 1,000 years to achieve her to become the consort of Lord Shiva. So after that, she finally got married to him. So that is why it takes a lot of courage and strength to do that. So she symbolizes that in the third form. And her name is from a half moon that she wears on her forehead, which is associated with Shiva. And the color of this day is grey. So, sorry, the color of the day is red. So on this day, people wear red, and she wears red clothing. And this color also gives a vibrant, alive feeling, signifying fearlessness, strength. So this was number 3, and now day number 4 is dedicated to goddess Kushmanda. She's a goddess of creation and associated with prosperity and energy. The color here is brown this year, and her name only signifies that she's the one who created the universe. So you can see that she's holding a pot in her hand, and that signifies like expansion, creativity. So here she's wearing brown, and this is also a very color is associated with dignity, with grace, and it brings in her day. The worship in her day brings in a lot of inspiration, prosperity, connected to health and wealth. So this day is connected there. Then next we have day 5 and goddess Skandamata. She is the goddess of motherhood. She's representing protection and nurturing. You can see like she's holding the child in her lap. So this word Skandamata, it is made up of 2 words, Skandha, the god of war, and Mata, of course, the mother form. She is regarded as the mother of Kartikya, the mother of Skanda, Kartikya. So her incarnation, it stands for motherhood and compassion, the love that a mother has for the child. And the color of this day is yellow, and which is for happiness and hope, joyfulness, brightness. All those are associated with this color. So she signifies just happiness and brightness, you could say, joyfulness. Sare wo jo positive are bringing in harmony, abundance, wo sare are connected to her. Then next we have goddess Katyani. She's the goddess of valor, strength, and she signifies the power to overcome adversity, which is there in all of us. So she's the signification of that. So she is associated with the fierce form of Durga because she overcame Mahishasur on this day. So she is that incarnation which is of goddess Durga, which stands for courage and success. So she rides a lion and she wears green. So green is the color of this day, and green symbolizes development and peace. Development hoegi to peace bhi hoega. So it's also for fertility, nature, and it represents bravery, brings in protection since you are brave enough to protect. So it also, green is a color of growth. So it also signifies new beginnings and growth. So we wear green on this day. Then day 7 is associated with goddess Kal Ratri. She's the goddess of darkness, and she embodies removal of ignorance from us, from the mind. Because when light comes in, darkness is removed. So ignorance is removed. So she's one of the, she's again the destructive form of goddess Durga. And she has a number of other names also, which we are familiar with: Kali, Bhadrakali, Chandi, Chamunda. All of those are associated with the aggressive form. So Kal Ratri itself means, like, Kal is time and Ratri is end, you could say. So the death of time, literally, it could be translated. So she stands for both destruction and liberation. Destroy करके हम liberate भी हो जाते हैं. So she's connected to that. And the color associated here is gray this time. And it symbolizes what? Mystery, subtlety. It symbolizes, then it also symbolizes the immensity of the universe. That there's gray all over. Darkness जो है gray के साथ connect हो जाता है. So it's the immensity of the cosmos that comes in. Then it also gives the capacity of overcoming difficulties, the color. So when you wear gray on this day, you are invoking her protection, her transformational blessings, you could say. You're calling upon that. Then on day 8, we have Mahagauri, goddess Mahagauri, and she's a goddess of purity. And she symbolizes wisdom and tranquility. So she's the 8th form of goddess Durga, and she is worshipped on what we call the Ashtami. So Mahagauri is jo hai, the Mahagauri is what her color is also. It's like she's extremely fair. So her color and beauty is covered in that word. And she wears a purple dress. So the color associated with this day is purple. And she rides a bull as well. And this color, purple, it is connected to wealth, nobility, extravagance, living life king size. That is what it's connected. So on many people celebrate Ashtami as the final day. So that is also could be connected, that you're living after those fasting days of Navratri, the others. So you're just celebrating over here, living big size. So she brings in prosperity and wealth also to the devotees. And she's a symbol of power and intellect also, and peacefulness also. That's everything is now settled. Then on day 9, we have goddess Siddhidatri. She's the goddess of accomplishment, that yes, it's all done now. So it represents the fulfillment of desires, you could say. And goddess Siddhidatri, according as to her name, she provides siddhis, supernatural powers. She's the giver of that. So people worship her, devotees worship her for that. She stands for completion, for perfection, that everything is done now. And the color of this day is peacock green, which shows diversity. Peacock green is a combination of two colors, so diverse colors combined to become there. So it also is connected to, peacock green is a very royal color, so it's connected to majesty, beauty, splendor, splendor of the natural world. So there's so many colors in nature. So when we wear peacock green on this color, we are invoking her blessings for fulfillment, for enlightenment, for accomplishment, completing whatever it is. And then, of course, after day 9, we have the day 10, Vijayadashmi, which signifies the triumph over the three gunas, Rajas, Tamas, Sattva, after all the 9 days of worship. And Vijayadashmi is also connected to Lord Rama. With देवी के साथ तो कनेक्शन है ही है, एक और इसका कनेक्शन है with Lord Rama. The Shardiya Navratri is connected to that. So according to mythology, Lord Rama, he wanted to worship the goddess Shakti before his final battle with Ravana. So before that, he spent 9 days in worshipping her. He did not go into the final battle directly. He spent 9 days. And she then, on the 9th day, she blessed him with victory. And that is what helped him to overcome Ravana. So, and we celebrate it as the Shera, where we burn the effigies of all the 3 characters of mythology, Ravana ke saath. Okay, on the night, as I said, no, we celebrate Ashtami as the last day. On the 9th day also, some people celebrate the 9th day as the final day of the 9 days of Navratri. And we celebrate as it in North India, we celebrate it as Kanjak Puja. Okay, sorry, one more thing before that. The whole journey of the Navratras, the 9 days, it can symbolize the journey of a daughter to a superwoman. All the aspects, the forms of Devi can be connected to the whole journey of a woman. So the first role any woman has is that of a daughter, and that is depicted in the form of Shailputri, the daughter of the mountains. Then she becomes a brahmacharni, we saw. She did a lot of tapasya. So that can be connected to the student phase of learning and growth. So in this form, she's not carrying any weapons. She's not riding the lion or the tiger. So she's just into gaining knowledge, gaining wisdom. So this is a form of Parvati that, as I said, no, it was like she meditated for years to become Shiva's consort. So in modern parlance, you could also say she's a young woman with dreams of a partner. So that can also be associated with her. Then the third form is representing her as the consort, as the accomplished woman, the married woman, Chandraghanta, and she wears a crescent moon on her head to denote that she is connected to Shiva. Then fourth form is carrying the pot of water that signifies fertility, creation. The word Kushmanda also is connected to that. Kushma means cosmic, and Anda is, of course, egg. And she's ready to be a mother. So this is the form where she's ready to step into motherhood. And the fifth form shows her holding her child. The Skand Mata form shows her with the child. Then the sixth form is Katyani, Durga herself, who is protecting the world. That's the aggressive form of hers. And it shows that as a mother, she can do everything to protect her child. And then here it can also be that her internal journey begins. Because in this form, she killed Mahishasur. And Mahishasur can represent both external and internal fights also. Internal fight we have with our lower emotions, and external is with the societal norms, you could say. So there are a lot of which try to hedge us in. So uske saath, it can show a battle with that. Then after that comes Kalratri, where she breaks free. In that form, in the earlier form, she had killed Mahishasura also, the aggressive, the protector. That is what comes through with it. And the next form is Kalratri, where she's broken free of all the norms. And she's ready to embrace all aspects of herself, the positive, negative, सबके साथ वो मिलके चलना सीख रही है कि I accept my dark side also. And when we accept, we are able to overcome it, we are able to release it. So as Kal Ratri, she denotes that. Then in the next form, so she's gone through all the aspects very gracefully. So she's become an inspiration for others. So she represents, she's Mahagauri, and Ma means great, of course. She represents a source of inspiration for all womanhood. Yes, look, after all the struggle, I can achieve something. And so she has the power to uplift other women in society also. And the final is called Siddhi Dhatri, who has a lot of knowledge, who has a lot of power. As I said, she can inspire women. She's come into this form. And she has the power to bestow a lot of blessings of siddhis. So all those who worship her. So she's become a very powerful woman, the superwoman. So all the 9 days, they are connected to the journey of a woman also, like how we progress. Okay, then yes, as I was talking that on Ashtami and Navami, we do Kanya Pujan in North India. We celebrate it in that form. Yeah, we call all the children and we bless them, उनकी पूजा करते हैं और give them sweets, give them eatables. तो उसमें ना in fact all of us will have fond memories of how we used to go around gathering money also. उस टाइम तो बड़ा मजा आता था कि even any coin is given, बहुत खुश होते कि we earned something. So that was one aspect of it. Then in the Western India, it is in Gujarat, it is connected to the Garba Ras. It is celebrated 9 days of Garba are held, dances are held. And it's a lot of dances done in rhythmic patterns with a lot of music and drums and all. And they also use the Garba sticks to dance. So Dandiya Ras bhi kehte hain isko. So it just celebrates femininity. So just dancing freely. So isko jo hai na, all are invited to dance in it. And mostly they dance in circles, you could say. So जो गरबा का circle form होता है, it has a very spiritual power. So like you're moving around in a circle, it creates the concentric circles बन जाते हैं. So it represents the universal creative force, the source of life. It can represent that. And everybody is performing the same step. So literally a mandala is created. Mandalas are mostly considered to be round. So mandala of a lot of energy is created in that. So the goddess power is unleashed in it. So it's a very powerful way of, you could say, connecting to the goddess power. Then in West Bengal, Durga Puja is celebrated with great gusto, you could say, for 9 days they are celebrating. And she's depicted, a lot of pandals are created where life-size images are put up. In fact, there's a lot of competition also, which is the best pandal. So mostly they depict Durga Ma as killing Mahishasur. Unka hi mostly hota hai. So she's got 10 arms and riding a lion, wo sare hota hai, carrying all her weapons. So it's the weapons are mostly there to, as if they are destroying negativity. So Mahishasur represents that negativity. So in our current life, you could say, it is celebrated to destroy the negativity. So, and then final day is Vijayadashmi, where the idols are immersed. Then in South India, they call it Kolu, where an exhibition of dolls and different kind of figurines are arranged, like in a stepped display. It's a particular way of displaying it. And they have different ways of displaying. and they can represent a kind of story also, the way they are all the day. यहाँ पे तो लग रहा है कि बहुत सारा है, but there's actually a sense, a symbolism in how they are being displayed. So they can depict any tale, any epic tale or connected to it, to the stories. I think that is the end. Yeah. So इसका जो है ना, lot of Navratri is a time of reconnecting with a higher spiritual essence, you could say. So all across India, it is celebrated, and it is like a chance for spiritual rejuvenation. So it helps us to connect more deeply with our own selves, because we are supposed to be connected like in our own space, fasting, dancing, spending time with our family. So people abstain from all kind of non-veg and drinking also. So they come down to a normal way of life. So it embodies the joyful spirit of life, literally, you could say. But it also connects us to our own divine feminine consciousness. And it's not just for women, it is for both male and female, because each of us has both aspects in us. So it is needed to rouse the softer side of ourselves also. So that's needed in the men as well. And women need to be a little more aggressive, not subdued. So that is why all of both men and women need to be in that worship space. And anyway, nowadays, too many wars are going on. So we need to awaken the softer side. So Navratris are very important for that. So now we can, each goddess that we have seen, we can worship according to what we desire, because each goddess represents something different. So like first one goddess jo hai, she represents Shailputri. She represents the mountain. She's the daughter of the mountains. So anyone who wants to begin something new, a business, or to move countries, or get married, have a child, well, any changes they want to initiate in their life on a new way, they need willpower, they need strength, they need the confidence to move forward. So then they need to worship goddess Shailputri. अब इसको करने का भी विधि होती है कि हाउ द गॉडेस शुड बी वर्शिप. सो फर्स्ट दे शुड डू द गणेश मंत्र. तो ओम गण गणपताय नमः 108 टाइम्स एक माला करनी होती है. देन एक घी का दिया जला के उसके नीचे आपने जो भी प्रोजेक्ट प्लान करना है, जो भी आपने करना है, उसको इन प्रेजेंट टेंस फॉर्म लिख के उस घी के दिया के नीचे रख दो. तो उसको आप एक अखंड दिया भी बना सकते हो, लाइक लेट इट बर्न फॉर ऑल द 9 days, और यू कैन बर्न इट डेली ऑल्सो, जस्ट लीविंग इट लाइक दैट. और उनका जो मेन मंत्र है फॉर ऑल द नवरात्रि डेज, ऑल 7 days यू कैन डू इज ओम रीम दुम दुर्गाय नमः. This is connected to all planets, and this is the mantra which Devi mantra जो सारे all 7 days it needs to be done. So there is some like जो रक्त चंदन की माला होती है उस पे करो, या रुद्राक्षी माला होती है, तो वो specifications दी गई है. So the first day you need to do it on the रक्त चंदन माला. So if you're doing a new project, if you worshipping for a new project, then you need to do it all 7 days for the new project only. फिर आपको दूसरों जो दूसरे रिचुअल्स हैं वो करने की जरूरत नहीं है. फर्स्ट डे वाला ही ऑल 7 days आप कंटिन्यू रखोगे. देन सेकेंड वाला जो है ब्रह्मचारिणी, शी डिड तपस्या फॉर 1000 years, एंड ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम शी ओनली एट फ्रूट्स एंड फ्लावर्स. Then for 100 years, she ate only green leaves and slept on green leaves also. Only green vegetables, green leaves ही खाए also. So that she did to get married to Mahadev. So now those who worship her will gain, ek to they'll gain willpower, and they'll be able to maintain a sattvic diet, you eat within limits. And then is this worshipping her is also recommended for those who want to get married. तो उनके लिए फिर थोड़ा सा और डिफरेंट भी तरीका है. So they'll start from day one with the intention of getting married. So they have to do 11 malas of this mantra and they have to continue it for 3 months. After they start on the first day of Navratri and they continue it for 3 months. So there are some other rituals also that they have to place that mala in a bowl of sugar, not keep it anywhere. So all 9 days it should be there. And उसका थोड़ा थोड़ा जो है ना वो जो चीनी है उसका एक तरह से प्रसाद की तरह खा लेना है उसको. So that is for the second day. Then third day is her married form. There is married form. So for those who have problems in marriages, they can worship on this form of the Devi. Or whatever form you're worshipping, you would start from day one. उनकी पूजा उसके according करनी है. Mantra is the same. Just थोड़ा सा विधि जो है वो change हो जाती है. So for the married form, who have lots of problems with husband or in-laws, किसी के साथ भी problem चल रही, to bring in that peacefulness, they have to do 11 malas for 21 days. पूरे 21 days उन्होंने इस मंत्रा का 11 malas करनी है. और on the 21st day you make kheer, because this Devi is associated with kheer. और उसको मंदिर में भी चढ़ा दीजिए और सारे फैमिली मेंबर्स को भी खिलाएं. तो उसको जैसे भोग डालते हैं on the 21st day, तो खीर के साथ डालेंगे. Then the fourth Devi is connected with the like who want to increase their glow, increase their aura. So this Devi is associated with उस दिन आपको saffron prasad बनाना है, that denotes the sun energy. And those who want to get that aura, get that strength, that जो कहते हैं ना जो आपका वो इंस्पिरेशन वाला फॉर्म है उसको लाने के लिए, स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए 11 malas for 9 days only. And on the 10th day भोग डालना है. Then Skand Mata is for balance, 5th day wali. Her image is of a lion. She's sitting on a lion holding a baby. So those who want balance in their life, they can do that. Those who want to balance their male-female energies also, they can worship her. And उसके लिए भी 11 माला करनी है 9 days के लिए. And उनका प्रसाद बनाना से करना है, भोग डालना है. And when you're doing that mala, you can wear red, orange clothes. That sort of intensifies it. Then 6th is the ferocious roop unka. So it is all about breaking barriers. So for those who need courage, those who need power, like kai baar na, you are not able to come out of loss when you've lost somebody or you lost business, job, kuch bhi, you're not able to overcome that. So then we need to worship her. That gives us the courage, the power to overcome it. और इसको भी 3 months के लिए करना है. 11 malas जो है for 3 months, 11 malas. और इसका भोग जो है honey based होना चाहिए. So anything with honey in it, you can offer that. But along with the daily malas जो आप कर रहे हो, आपको दुर्गा कवच भी पढ़ने की जरूरत है once daily along with the malas. Then 7th day काल रात्रि फॉर्म के जो हम पूजा करेंगे, aggressive form. So those who need power to defeat enemies and those who want siddhis, वो काल रात्रि की पूजा करते हैं. और ये पूजा रात को करी जाती है और गुड़ देना होता है और वही माला करनी है 3 months के लिए डेली. It can also be done to protect against black magic, to protect against जो entities attach हो जाती हैं, उनसे प्रोटेक्शन लेने के लिए कर सकते हैं. एडिक्शन से निकलने के लिए भी कर सकते हैं. टू ओवरकम द ईगो ऑल्सो, इट हेल्प्स इन दैट. Then 8th form is you purify yourself, the goddess of purity. So to gain her peacefulness. So इनकी तो वही 9 days करना, but this mantra has to be done on a Sputik mala, not on the other 2 malas. और 9th वाली इज अ वेरी स्पेशल डे जिनसे सारी सिद्धियां मिल सकती है. तो अर्धनारेश्वर फॉर्म भी इनको कहा जाता है. सो फॉर दोज हु नीड टू टोन डाउन देयर एग्रेशन, सो हु नीड, एक तो होता है यू टोन डाउन देयर एग्रेशन और यू नीड करेज टू मूव फॉरवर्ड, तो उनके लिए इनकी जो है करनी पड़ती है. एंड यू नो दिस लास्ट फॉर्म इज वेरी गुड फॉर हीलर्स ऑल्सो, the empaths, the healers who absorb other people's energies. So they get protection when they do worship her. So and इनके लिए फिर रक्त माला जो होती है रक्त चंदन माला, वो उस पे करनी है. So that was all about the Devi today. So I hope it was not too overpowering. Any comments? Anyone would like to add more to it? Yes, Vinay.
So, first of all, wonderfully shared, and thank you so much for all this. And yes, I really like specifically this last 9 days. What are the rituals that really work? So, I want to suggest consciously positive platform to really give us the reminders on each Navratra day. Probably you also can post the same thing on that particular day, that particular mantra, and what is this mantra for, what does this signify, and what mantra that you need to recite, and for how many days. Maybe a short note on that particular day starting tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
if you can share this on this platform, so I would be happy.
Yes,
Good
I'm sure we
reminder of
can do that.
the
Yes,
WhatsApp platform. Yeah.
yes, we can definitely do that. And the mantra is connected to all the planets. So when you do this mantra, you are calling upon all the planets, the protection, you're connecting to them. So that is how it helps. So yes, we can definitely post all the meanings
Yeah,
and
it will be a very short message, brief message, but that will work because it will be act as a
Shivana, what do
reminder
you
for
say?
us. Sorry?
I was asking Shivana.
Okay, sure, sure.
So each word of the mantra, it is connected to a particular aspect of the planet. So I can share that detail later on. Thank you, Vinay, for the suggestion. Anyone else? Anything?
Thank you, ma'am, to provide the wonderful session and significance and importance of the 9 days. So thank you very much.
Welcome. Yes, anything more anyone would like to add to what all I have said? Because
So
it's
I also want to ask you something here. You have been a healer for many years now, and you've gone to the deepest intricacies. So can I ask one very specific? Maybe it's irrelevant, but it's little out of the way question also. मतलब लेकिन relevant थोड़ा बहुत है. Can I
okay.
ask that? Yeah.
Please do.
So this मैंने देखा है अपनी कोचिंग जर्नी में बहुत क्लाइंट्स के साथ में एक बहुत स्पेसिफिक चैलेंज आता है स्पेसिफिकली इन रिलेशनशिप विद वुमेन
Mhm.
सो मे बी कुछ पास से आ रहा होता है कुछ एक even in the present life we are chauvinism it has been a man's word for some many years so कहते नहीं कि वो पुरुष प्रधान एक समाज चलता आया है कितने समय से so because of that I've also seen many my clients who have not been in a great relationship with women. So is this Navratras also kind of reminder or also provide that significance specifically if I can share to those clients so that they can do something or any ritual so that they can overall release their karmas and release their um, you know so called I don't know what called negativity so that the relationship with women improves. ऐसा कुछ ये भी सिग्निफाई करता है ये नवरात्र दुर्गा का फेस्टिवल होता है तो कुछ ऐसा हम
Yeah,
लोग
as I showed now that each form is connected to some aspect of our life.
करेक्ट करेक्ट
So definitely it will help us. And the third, जो मैरिड ग्रुप को अगर अगर हम पूजा करें उनकी उनकी मंत्रा करें तो जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं विथ योर रिलेशनशिप विद द अदर सेक्स तो इट कैन हेल्प देयर.
हाँ मतलब बेसिकली ना एक कॉमन फिनोमिनन भी रहा है ना कि बिकॉज मैन मैन हैव ऑलवेज बीन अ
मंत्रा
डोमिनेंट वन.
मंत्रा में बहुत पावर होती है. मंत्राज आर लाइक दे हैव कम फ्रॉम कहाँ से हमें मालूम भी नहीं है. And they
करेक्ट.
are very, very powerful. So any mantra that you do with dedication, definitely gives results.
Okay. So, thanks.
And it has the power to change the future. So I would like to share one thing over here. There is something, you might have heard of it, Bhrigu Nandi Shastra jo hai. It has account of everyone, you could say. Each person on this earth, it has an account of that. उनके पत्रास बने हुए हैं, उनके नाम के. So according to the date of birth and the name, it's all given over there. So we have जो है ना, कोई होते हैं कहीं पे, they read the patras for you because it's written in a very different sort of higher sort of Sanskrit language, जो everybody cannot decipher. So there are some specific people who can read those patras. तो उसमें आपकी पूरी life from the day you were born, it's given over there till your death. What are the major events and happening in your life? Everything is given over there. And उसके साथ साथ, if you're facing any problem, उसके मंत्रा भी दे रखे हुए हैं कि आप ये मंत्रा करो, ये पूजा करो, तो उससे आपका वो निवारण हो जाएगा, वो ठीक हो जाएगा. So I know somebody, his the patra में मदर के हेल्थ के ऊपर आया हुआ था. And the suggestion was given for a puja. वो उन्होंने वो किया. वो होते हैं उनका नंबर ऑफ मंत्र जाप्स होते हैं 40,000 84,000 ऐसे मंत्र जाप करने पड़ते हैं. तो इट टेक्स टाइम. 2 महीने लग गए, 4 महीने, 8 महीने लग गए, अकॉर्डिंग टू हाउ यू आर डूइंग इट. बहुत सारे पंडित बैठा के भी कर सकते हो, खुद भी कर सकते हो, वॉट एवर यू डू. आफ्टर दैट यू गेट द पत्रा रेड अगेन. दे गॉट द पत्रास रेड अगेन. एंड जो क्लॉज पहले आया हुआ था ना कि उनकी मदर की हेल्थ विल बी अफेक्टेड इन दिस पीरियड, बिकॉज वो ना ईयर्स दिखाते हैं 62 to 65, 65 to 66 to 68, ऐसे वो उसमें बने हुए होते कि ड्यूरिंग दिस पीरियड योर मदर्स हेल्थ विल सफर. सो व्हेन दे गॉट इट रेड अगेन, द अमेजिंग थिंग, द मोस्ट ब्यूटिफुल अमेजिंग थिंग वाज उसमें वो चेंज हो गया. like they are living patras. And you have the power to change your future by doing the mantra jap. Like, it was so amazing when I heard this story. कि they're written over there. It's written over there and वो चीज ही नहीं आई, रिपीट ही नहीं हुई, वो चेंज हो गई थी. हाँ जी, विनय बोले. So
So,
जो
आपको बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग था कि मतलब जो फिजिकल वर्ल्ड में जो पत्रास हैं वो उसमें कैसे चेंज हो सकता है, मतलब
चेंज हो गई. दैट्स अमेजिंग थिंग. दे हैड इट लाइक उन्होंने पहले लिख लिया था कहीं पे पेपर में जो आया था, जो तो एंड देन व्हेन दे वेंट बैक द सेम थिंग वाज नॉट देयर, इट वाज डिफरेंट. What was read at the second time. This is something I've seen practically, so I know it's unbelievable, but it is there.
so because I also, way back when I was about 18 years of age, my mother took me somewhere. Although I don't go to a solid, but that was the time I remember very vividly that I was in 17, 18 years and my mother took me somewhere. And a few things that came in that thing. And but eventually a few things happened and few things did not happen for the better, right? मतलब उसमें 15 में ये लिखा था about my father's health at a particular time, at a period of time, and something's going to happen. But but I started praying for that. We all started praying for that. Praying for my father's good health and well-being. And surprisingly, he got over. उसमें कुछ हुआ नहीं, मतलब by God's grace, वो पीरियड निकल गया. तो मेरे मन में ये थॉट था कि मैं दोबारा से, जैसे अभी आपने कहा, मैंने उनसे पूछने जाऊं कि ये तो ऐसा नहीं हुआ. तो आपने एक आंसर दिया मुझे, ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग, कि वो चेंज भी हो सकता है. वो भी बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग.
written thing has got changed, which is so amazing. मतलब आप ये देखो ना कि हमारे शास्त्र में कितनी पावर थी कि उस टाइम में, पता नहीं कितने टाइम पहले लिखा हुआ है वो सारी चीजें, एंड वो अभी हम पढ़ रहे हैं, एंड देन वी हैव द पावर टू चेंज इट जस्ट बाय आवर ओन डिवोशन, आवर एफर्ट. आप मंत्रा करो, चेंजेस आएंगे, जरूर आएंगे. बट वो है कि आप डेडिकेशन इज नीडेड, योर एफर्ट इज नीडेड.
ठीक है, आप पोस्ट कीजिए कॉन्शियसली पॉजिटिव प्लेटफॉर्म, शबाना, प्लीज हेल्प अस एंड वी विल डेफिनेटली chant those mantras and everything. Thank you. Thank you.
So, thank you. Anything else anyone would like to ask or comment?
Awesome, Meenuji. You have covered very much in detail.
Thank you. So I think we should wind up now. किसी को और कुछ नहीं कहना तो.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else has any questions.
ठीक है.
Awesome.
Good presentation, Meenu.
Thank you.
I already know about Navratri, so different days have different significance.
Yeah.
And there should be also no garlic, no ginger, and fasting, right? So if I'm not wrong,
Yes.
because I have some Brahmin friends, I know that. So thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for that. So we'll wish everyone happy Navratras and let's see.
Thank you. Thank you. Same to everyone. Happy Navratri to all of you.
Thank you. So for everyone as well.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It was very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And see you again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And happy Navratri.
Yes. Happy Navratra to all.
Happy Navratri.